I need some help. And just want to know if anyone can tell me if it means anything or if it's just a random occurrence. You see, I had a random flashback of a memory, and I don't know, maybe some people have this happen. It was unprompted, there was nothing that sparked this memory. I was just driving down the road, doing something for work, just heading down, and this memory flashed back into me when I was little, 7 or 8 maybe or something like that. My dad worked for a vending company, and what it was is that he took care of vending machines for this company. He'd go out and stock them and fill them up and just service them on a daily basis. Fill them up with all the treats and everything. This company made a lot of the baked treats and packaged them and put them in there, and then they had the basic candy bars and all that you put in. So when he was running his route, some days he'd get ahead and just randomly would show up at our house. And I think what he was doing, I can't really remember, was just doing an inventory of all his products. But he'd always let us know, or let me know that he was there, and I loved that whenever he showed up with his truck, because it was a truck full of candy and cookies and rolls and all sorts of goodies, donuts and everything else. And what it meant was that I was able to climb in the back of his truck, which was this giant bread truck, if you can imagine it, the big box truck, and he'd let me pick out a couple treats. And it was a great thing. I just remember doing it whenever he'd show up. Just come in there and he'd be there and I'd be like, oh, can I get some? He'd be like, yeah, go ahead and take a couple. I'd grab a donut and maybe a candy bar or something like that. And he'd be like, all right, there you go, and head out. I don't know why this memory popped up in my head. It was just something that flashed me back to a happy time in my life because it was something I'd always look forward to and just cherished, being able to go out and get treats out of Dad's truck. And just looking forward to whenever the next time would be, and just enjoying it thoroughly. And I was just wondering if there's any actual meaning behind it. When we have these memories or these flashbacks that are unprompted. I mean, I understand if I'm in a thought process and a memory flashes up that kind of relates to that thought process, but I was completely in a different world altogether, and this just flashed into my head for some reason. Is it just a random upload from my brain, the algorithm kicking out a random video in my mind to just recount something to make me feel happy? Is it something the universe telling me I need to reach out or something like that? Or what? Does anyone have any ideas on what this possibly could be? I'd love to hear your input on it. Just kind of tell me what you think, just to see, one, if there's any answers to it, and two, just where people are at. Because I'm very curious on where people are at on their journey and what they would interpret this as and what they think it might be. Just this random thought that just pops into your head like this, or any memory or idea or something like that just shows up. I don't know. Is there something to it? Is there some sort of universal connection that we have, or is it a crossing over to a different zone of living or whatever? I don't know. Let me know what you think and just tell me so I can kind of learn and just grow and see where people are at.